Hey there, how's it going? Really good to see you again. Now, it's no great surprise to anybody that live streaming really is at quite a peak at the moment. There's massive numbers of streams out there. You've got people who are doing grow streams and channel reviews, you've got game streaming, you've got streams about politics and basically any subject. You can find this streaming on. Cooking's a great one as well. But a lot of these streams are missing out on some fundamental information on how to make sure their channels grow sustainably. I'm going to tell you about that in just a minute. Hey there, great to see you again. Now before I get started on this, just a quick reminder, if you haven't already, do click the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any more of my videos. If you've got any questions or comments, put them into the comment section down below. Now let's start talking about live streams. Now live streaming is one of the bigger phenomenons on the internet at the moment. It's become so popular and so easy to run a live stream. You've got whole industries growing up just around live streaming things, and it's quite fascinating. Now some of the most popular streams, of course, are the community streams that are popping up everywhere, where you're getting a group of like-minded people who are getting together and having really good discussions. There are also a huge number of streams that are grow streams, or so they call themselves, that are basically selling sub for sub, and I highly recommend that people just stay well away from that industry. No matter what you're doing, if you're going to get involved in that, it's going to poison your channel and it will kill your opportunity for growth. Stay well clear from any sub for sub streams. I really recommend that. Now, while a lot of people might think there's not a lot of difference here, there are a lot of grow streams out there that are not sub for sub as well. These are communities of YouTubers who are like-minded, and they're getting together and they're looking at each other's content, they're discussing that content and critiquing it, they're helping each other improve and grow, and they're also sharing each other's videos out on other social media, so on Facebook and LinkedIn and all these other things. And what this does is it puts your videos out in front of a huge extra audience and gives a lot more people the opportunity to find your content and share it out again. That's a great thing, and YouTube really encourages community building. But with a lot of these live streaming channels, there's one thing in common that a lot of them are failing to do, and that is to create normal video content as well. Now, while live streams are really good for getting a community together and having this discussion at a point in time, they're no good for publishing onto your YouTube page as content, because nobody wants to come back and watch a 2 or 3 hour live stream later on after the fact. There are, of course, live streams where this is a different case, such as a sports event, the Formula 1 live stream, for example, or a rugby match or something like that. In the cases of those live streams, yeah, people are going to come and look at that sort of thing again. But your community things, your discussion live streams, your gaming, for example, not so much. But there are things you can do with your live streams that will turn them into more reusable and more appealing content to viewers who are coming and just looking for normal videos. For example, if you're running a gaming stream and you're playing Fortnite for a couple of hours, rather than just publish that whole stream of Fortnite rounds, I don't play the game, so I'm not sure how it entirely works, but it's broken up into different rounds that are of certain length, and there's a lot of boring stuff that happens before and between and sometimes during the rounds as well. So what you could do with those is take that 4-hour video and break it up into 8 or 12 games, however many it is, and just publish each of those separately. And they'll be about 15 or 20 minutes long each. You can do something else even. You can break those 15-20 minute games down and just cut out the really boring bits and just publish a 7 or 8 or 10 minute video of the highlights. That's going to be much more exciting for people to see. You're going to get a lot more retention because you're going to get a lot of people watching your videos one after the other, and if they're not boring, then they're less likely to click away and go find another channel who has done this. Cooking is becoming another rather popular live stream, and you could do a cooking video that's a couple of hours long. I've done a couple of those myself, but nobody wants to go and watch a 2-hour cooking video for a meal. If you're coming and watching a cooking video, you want some inspiration, and you've probably got 5 or 10 minutes to do this in. So cut your cooking videos down to a 10-minute thing or a couple of 10-minute things. If you're cooking a roast and a dessert and something else in the meantime, maybe an entree, you could break that into 3 videos that are about 5 minutes long each and just summarize them and show the key things. All of the waffle and talk and community thing that's happening in the middle isn't really interested to somebody who's coming along and searching for how to roast a potato. Now, if you're running a community live stream where you're getting a group of like-minded people together, that sort of stream can go along also for 2 to 3 hours. That seems to be a fairly normal length for a lot of these streams. You can cut one of those streams down and take a lot of the personal talk out of them and find some real interesting key points in your stream and just cut that down into that, and you could have a 20-25 minute video. This type of stream might be talking about some sort of politics or social event that's happening. It might be a stream where you're visiting a location and you're walking around. That's interesting to watch while it's live, and you're talking to the person who's running the stream and saying, hey, go look at that over there, or can you check that out, or wow, what's this, and having a chat about it. But when you're going to post that video up, don't post the 3 hours video of walking around a location. Cut that down to 15-20 minutes and look at the individual key points. You might even want to cut it into 4 or 5-minute videos. If you do that, then you've got 5 videos that you can put an introduction and a summary onto and show a pond, and then show a restaurant, and then show a bushwalk or something like that. Several things at one location that you did during your day, and you've got 5 videos out of that. That's really cool, really. Now, you don't want to lose the watch time that you get on your live stream, so that's a really important thing. So here's another neat tip. Put your normal videos into a playlist saying vlog, call it your vlog playlist, and then have another playlist called live streams, and you can put all of your live streams into that one. Now, if they're live streams that people may occasionally be interested in, then just create that playlist and put it aside. If it's a whole heap of long live streams that aren't going to be of any use or value to anybody afterwards, or you just don't particularly want to show them, you can also make that playlist unlisted, so it's not going to come up in search and it's not going to come up on your homepage and things like that, but you can still send the link to those to people, or you can share them out if you really wanted to for some reason. For example, if you're a gamer, you might break your gaming stream up into 6 or 10 or 12 videos and publish those up, and you could put a little thing on a card at the end of it or something like that that says, if you want to see this whole gaming session in one hit, click here, and feed that off to the full-length stream. But also break that stream down into the component videos, which are going to be more consumer friendly kind of things that people will want to watch at the time. That's just something you can do that might make your channel more appealing. It's pretty obvious that if somebody clicks into your video page and all that they can see there is a whole pile of 2, 3 and 4 hour videos, they're not going to want to commit the time. 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 15 minutes, that's about all you've really got. In some cases 20 minutes for a video you can get away with, but not very often depending on your subject matter. So you're better off breaking it down and giving people bite-sized pieces of video that they can consume. If you put a 40-minute video up, people aren't going to watch that. If you cut that into 8 5-minute videos and give each one a separate point and topic, they might binge watch the whole lot. They're still watching the same 40 minutes of video, but you've fed it to them in bite-sized pieces so they don't feel like that something's dragging out. It's a really useful tip there. You should use it. So that's a nice short video for tonight from me anyway. I hope this is useful and that some of you who have predominantly streaming channels take some of this and learn from it and make a more interesting channel, because if you do this, I can promise that you will have people stick around more. You will get more views, you'll get more watch time, and people will come back and want to see more of your content, especially if that piece of content doesn't take your viewers half a day to watch. Anyway, I hope this has been particularly useful to you and that you can take some of this information away and make a real difference to improve your channel and get more retention and more watch time and more views overall. If it has, do click down here on the subscribe button, and that'll make sure you don't miss any of my other videos that I've got coming up, and there's some pretty cool stuff coming, like this video up here and this one down here. those ones I know you're going to enjoy because YouTube have picked those out just for you based on what they know you like. Pretty clever, really. I'll see you tomorrow.